Hello, everybody. Helen Chinlu here. Welcome to the Healing Place Energy School. And go ahead, Robin, you introduce yourself.
Hi, Robin Bornstein, Reiki Master and Meditation Facilitator. Hello, everyone.
Oh, you're really good with the title today. Sometimes I forget the title because mine is so long. So anyways, I want to thank everybody. Should I say my title? No, I know I should be proud of it. It's so funny when we become humble and we kind of forget the title. So I am a certified reflexologist since 2006, a certified energy medicine practitioner since 2009, Reiki master, I would say since 2004. So I've done a lot of things over the last 2 decades, 1.5 decades. But regardless, I want to welcome you so much. Hi, Sang-Yu. And please give us a shout that if you're here, and we welcome everybody. You know, it doesn't matter what level of healer you are. If you are a healer, a professional healer, or even I call it a self-care healer, where you're working on yourself at home. Let us know what you do, because we would love to incorporate that talk. Just before I jump in, I just want to give you guys a heads up. Occasionally, Restream, that's where we're streaming from, freezes. So if you don't see Robin or me, our heads are bobbing up and down, and you hear us talking, we are still here. So just go with the flow, because last week we made the show extra long because we thought we froze out. So welcome to everybody. So Robin, do you want to talk about what the topic that we are going to discuss today?
Sure. So Helen and I were talking this week, and we decided that tonight we should talk about self-care. During this time right now where a lot of people are home and there's just so much going on, we feel, we've felt always that self-care is so important. Right, Helen?
Yeah, definitely.
For self-care.
Like today, I was thinking, so what does self-care comprise of besides being good to yourself? I guess energetically, physically, but also, self-kindness. What did you do? Here we are, we take care of everybody on the planet. And Robin is the queen of taking care. She has the perpetual mother / rescuer / lifesaver archetype in her. So she'd be the first one to say, do you need help? Let me help you. And she'll still be in her pajamas while she's saying that too.
Yeah, I do. I love to be the helper.
Yeah. And one of the things about the rescuer and the mother, the lifesaver archetype, they need self-care probably more than anybody else. Do you agree with that one, Robin?
I agree 100%. I feel that it's so easy to forget to pay attention to yourself when you're giving a lot. I know that, and I know you have too, with what we do, helping people, we've become really good at it because we know we have to do it.
Yeah. So ask yourself, I think it's really important to ask yourself, where are you on the list of self-care? And please, please, please do not put yourself on the bottom of the list, or worse, not even on the list at all. Mm-hmm. So this is where I always catch Robin when she's telling me and how everybody in her family needs this, and this. And I said, what about you, Robin?
Exactly. And I have gotten so much better at it, It was, it was a little more difficult when the kids were little and they needed a lot of stuff. But now that they're older, I'm really let go. They can figure things out. I still step in and help out because I love to do that. It's my way of showing that I love them. But I definitely, and I definitely take better care of myself. I'm learning to, and it's been hard because I've always been such a giver, as you know, Helen. You do the same thing.
I think my boundaries are a little bit different than yours. And this is something that's really difficult for people like Robin. She operates from her heart. So she operates from her fourth chakra, where I operate probably I'm too much in my head. And then I'm also, I call the warrior in the third chakra comes out and say, okay, this is what we're going to do. And this is all we're going to do today.
Yes, you have great warrior energy. Amazing. You get stuff done.
Well, I don't know what it is. People will call it OCD. So think about, anybody who wants to jump into the talk with their obsession or what they're considered is their positive traits. And what would you like to improve? This is a good time to ask questions and be part of the conversation. And all of change is about how proactive you are in taking that next step.
And I think that's really hard for people. I know you have amazing clients that are really good about taking care of themselves and really work at their health. But it's so hard and sad when you see people that can't do that for themselves, put themselves first.
Wow.
Take care of their health and so many people know exactly what they need to do. Everybody knows what they need to do, but they don't do it.
So why do you think they make this type of, I call it unnecessary sacrifice? Does that make them shine in other people's mind? You elevate your.
I don't think so. I think maybe in their mind they think so, but no. I mean, everyone has such different perspectives on how to take care of themselves. And I think sometimes people think maybe they're being selfish, but self-care is not selfish.
Oh, no, definitely not.
No, you have to do it. You have to.
Because one of the things that I realized, again, anyone wants to jump in if you agree or disagree with this conversation, I find that if you put yourself first and really get your energy where your energy is not wobbling, but really be grounded, oh my gosh, I just find that you could see things in a very different way instead of wait. And most people wait until they're depleted or they're at the wit's end and they really don't know which direction to go.
Yes, and that's when you have a meltdown.
Exactly.
A meltdown. So nobody likes to have a meltdown. Nobody feels good after that.
Well, I see, when I get upset, I wish I could cry. I really want to cry. And the reason why I want to cry is I got to let all of that emotion up. But unfortunately, when I cry, I feel depleted. I feel depleted maybe 24 to 48 hours because it takes so much out of me to deplete. And so how do you feel after you have a meltdown, Robin?
I don't feel good. It's not a place I like to go. And I try hard to avoid it, but it happens every so often. I don't feel great. I do well. I can cry pretty easily, but I'm also good at recovery. Maybe because I've cried so much over my life, but I can recover. I can recover quickly, which is awesome. So it doesn't take.
Right.
The only thing it does is it makes me blotchy because I, get hivey. But
so it causes an allergic reaction in your
red, and my skin gets red and blotchy. But yeah, I can cry easily, but I bounce back really fast. So. Yeah. Sometimes, not always. I can't say that's the truth, but I think I try to stay happy and in a high vibe, even when things are tough. And I try to find the silver lining, which isn't easy. 2020. I was trying to think the other day, what's the silver lining during 2020? We're all so annoyed and disappointed and upset, and
oh my gosh,
and just in disbelief at what's happening around the world. And, what is the silver lining? What is the silver lining? And what is the self-care silver lining? With everyone being home and having to take a step back. Silver lining.
And I think it's true. But the silver lining is really I think for me was, what is my value? Is my value only just to do?
Right.
And even though I have 3 months off, per se, but I didn't even take a day off. And I promised myself I was going to clean out my closet in the 3 months. I didn't even do it because
I should send my husband over. He loves to clean closets.
yeah, I love to do that.
Yeah.
I should say, we'll say hello to, I think it's pronounced Fleur, Fleur.
Yeah.
She says that she's a Reiki practitioner and reflexology student and works with from home with these modalities and some others, really working on taking time to fill her cup. It's so easy to get caught up with helping everyone else.
Yes.
Last year, I absolutely cooked myself to the point my body put me in the hospital for a week for an unknown illness. Oh man, am I sorry to hear that.
So terrible.
So talking about an energy crash, you can't get any lower than cooking yourself into the hospital where everybody going, we have no room for you. We got to put COVID people in place. So whatever you have, go home.
Yes, it's so true. Yeah. So when did she say that happened? Last week?
Yeah,
Last year?
last year. So she did it before the COVID.
Well, I hope that name is so pretty, Fleur. I hope that you figured out how to balance your energy and your to-do list so that you're not overexerting so much. I definitely know what that's like with, sometimes when you're doing too much, getting so exhausted, staying up late. I mean, there have been nights when I've been doing stuff where I stay up till 3 o'clock in the morning. I try not to do that, but a couple of times a year, things like that come up and you have to
address it.
Yeah.
And here's Janet Newbill. She's my buddy from Tennessee. She and I have been talking now for, I would say, at least 8 years, Janet, if that sounds right. So we hang out by social media and newsletter and things like that. But yeah, and so coming back to yourself. So kindness really plays into self-care. Because once you get to the point where you're boiling over the top, as Fleur mentioned that her cup spill it over to the point that she fried herself. And hopefully, and I know everybody knows when their boiling point is, and yet they boil over anyways.
Yes, and I think women, especially being caregivers and doing so much for others, or do that a lot. So Fleur was probably, what did she say? She was cooking up a storm. Is that what she said?
She cooked herself to the point. She cooked herself. Not even food. She cooked herself.
So yeah, I mean, being able to slow down and take a breath and meditating, is so important. And things get done. I know that, some people have that personality type, go, 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 go.
That's me.
Yeah, at some point you burn out,
I'm a great believer in, how we put our kids in timeout when they're having a tizzy fit?
Yes.
I'm a great believer doing adult timeout. And I don't mean doing it with, ooh, let's have a drink or what else do people, let's have a gummy.
Yes, exactly.
Or what else do people do that? See, if I do adult timeout, I go work out. That's my thing. I say to the puppies, it's time to go for a walk. I don't care if you're tired. We're going out regardless.
And that's awesome, Helen. You have to do that. My dog is old now, so I just have to.
Yeah, Sasha is old.
She won't walk that much, but I think just walking out the front door and taking a walk, you don't have to pay. You don't have to pay for a gym membership, which most people, I don't think a lot of people have taken a break from that, unfortunately. But taking that time, Helen, to go for a walk, shutting off.
You shutting up. I don't know about you. I always thought the gym is gross. To me, it's like a DNA / every single flake coming off the body and all that sweat. Oh man, I
know, and I don't
equipment enough.
Bring your own. You have to bring your own wipes. When I belonged to a gym in the past, I don't right now. But when I belonged to a gym in the past, I always brought my own Clorox wipes because I never felt that it was clean enough, even though it looked clean and was beautiful.
Yeah, of
It
course.
just never felt clean enough. And yeah, and it would drive me crazy when I would see people there with runny noses on the treadmill, and I'm like, how can they, good for them that they can do it. But,
Exactly. So before we jump into meditation,
Mhm.
what do we want to tell people, remind people? Because everyone knows what to do. It's just a matter, all we're doing is just reminding them.
Everyone knows what to do. Okay, basically being kindness. Number one, being kind to yourself. Having that internal voice inside of your head, speaking kindly to yourself. Speak to yourself as you would speak to a young child. Be nice. That voice inside your head sets your mood. So,
in fact, I wrote a chapter on that. How to be your chakras, your energy center, how to be your own best friend.
Absolutely, absolutely. You have to be your own best friend.
Because in the end, it's just you, yourself, and I. Is that right? You, me, myself, and I.
It's true. It's true. And I think people forget that. People forget to be nice to themselves.
Yeah.
And you make a silly mistake in the kitchen. Oh, I'm such an idiot. Don't say that. Say, oops.
Exactly.
Oops. Don't have that negative talk. We don't need it.
Yep.
It's not helpful.
And I think what else is really important is self-respect.
Yes.
Because if you have self-respect, you're going to radiate that energy. You're going to radiate that warrior energy and say, you know what? I am worth it.
And I agree, Helen. And you are worth it. I'm worth it. We're all worth it.
Everybody's worth it.
We're all worth it.
Yeah. I remember one time I bought myself an expensive gift. Robin knows my taste. And I remember my husband said to me, you don't feel guilty about spending that kind of money. And I go, hell no. I earned this and I'm going to wear it proudly.
Yes.
So,
and I think that, you know what? I think more people need to do that for themselves. Take care of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Be nice to yourself. It's not easy. I'm not saying it's easy. Like, oh, just be nice to yourself. It's not easy. It's a practice. Just like meditating, just like exercising, just like, showing up for whatever you have to show up for in your life. You need to do it. You need to practice it, and you need to be kind to yourself while you're doing it. Yeah. Helen, you coach people. You do
all the time. This is one of my favorite advice to share with everybody. My buddy, Annie, she is my buddy who knits. For those people who follow me, they know that I like to knit clothing. And one of the things that she really taught me was, as a woman, you must set aside 1 hour for yourself a day, 1 day a week for yourself, 1 week a year for yourself. So it's 1 hour a day, 1 day a week, and 1 week a year you could claim yours and yours only, not to be shared with your children, your husband, blah, 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 blah.
I love that. That's great advice. Yep. That's great advice.
Yep. So my 1 hour a day, I spend in the bathtub hanging out with me. That's it. I have my little conversation back and forth. Mm-hmm. But you know what? It gives me a chance to regroup.
Mm. That's awesome. I split it up where I do 30 minutes in the morning for myself, mm-hmm. or my self-Reiki care, and meditate. And then in the evening before I go to bed, I do the same thing. I always have a meditation.
So that's wonderful.
And tonight when I do the meditation, I'll teach you guys, we're going to do a body scan tonight because we're talking about self-care. So doing this meditation, you can, listen to a recording of a body scan, or you can do your own body scan, which I think, if you listen to a few, you can then, figure out what goes on during a body scan, and you can do it yourself. And I think You can spend 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, depending on how much time you have, but just sitting with yourself, taking care of yourself, breathing nicely, and from the tips of your toes to the crown of your head, just, think about your body, care about yourself, and check in with how you're feeling. I think everybody could do that, and they could, spend as much time or as little time as they need doing a quick body scan. So when I do the body scan tonight, listen to it. You can always come back because Helen puts the recordings on her energy
Healing Place Energy School
channel, so you can always go back. But you can always learn how to do a body scan on your own, and it's a beautiful practice. So again, it's a practice like anything, and just enjoy.
Are you ready?
And
Are you ready to do one, Robin?
I'm ready. Yes.
And while she's doing that, my hot hands have been ignited, and I'm going to do Reiki. And if there's someone you would like me to send it to, but this is going to go to everybody, just put it in the box. So, all right, Robin, you are on.
Okay, so everyone get nice and comfortable. We're going to start our body scan. And remember, you can do this practice at home, too. You can make up your own body scan. So find a nice place where you feel comfortable, safe, secure, and where nobody will disturb you. And just get comfortable. Hopefully you're in that place right now while you're sitting in front of your computer or your phone. And lie back, either on a bed, a cushion, a chair. Rest your arms by your side with your palms facing upward. If at any time during this meditation you find it hard to stay awake, please adjust your body, get up. You can listen to the body scan meditation while you're standing, or if you're lying down, you can adjust your pillow, or you can then, if you find you're getting too sleepy, you can get up and sit on a chair. So please be as comfortable as possible and try to stay awake if you can. If you fall asleep, that's okay, but just make sure you're lying down, not standing or sitting in a chair. So taking a nice deep breath. Notice how your body is feeling. Notice the weight of your body. You can close your eyes if that's comfortable for you. If you prefer to keep your eyes open, please rest your eyes nice and softly, halfway closed, and just gaze downward. Focus your attention on your breathing. Allow each inhale and exhale to flow through your body. Notice how each breath makes your body feel. Allow yourself to sink deeper into your body, allowing your body to relax with each inhale and exhale. Keep in mind that if your mind begins to wander through this practice, that's perfectly okay. Remember, all minds wander throughout meditation. If your mind begins to wander, which it will, it's okay. Notice it and gently and kindly bring your attention back to your breathing. Focus on how your body is feeling in this moment. And take in a nice inhale and exhale. Again, taking another nice inhale and exhale. On your next inhale, bring in as much oxygen into your body as you can. And as you exhale, I want you to feel your body relaxing deeper into this practice of breathing and connecting with your body. Release any expectations you have for this meditation. Breathe in for a count of 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. Exhale. Again, breathe in for the count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. Again, breathe in for the count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. At any time during the meditation, your mind is wandering. Bring your attention back to your breathing and use that technique of counting in 4 counts for your inhale and then release. Notice where your mind has been and just let those thoughts go and relax even deeper. As you continue to breathe, on the inhale, I want you to imagine you're filling your lungs completely. Now begin to breathe nice and slowly, nice and normally. As you inhale, breathe into your belly. Breathe into your legs all the way down to your toes. As you exhale, I want you to imagine your breath is moving from your toes all the way up your legs Notice your abdomen. Notice the rise and fall of your chest. Notice your feet. How are your feet feeling? Feel the weight of your feet. Feel the temperature of your feet. Now bring your attention to your legs. Feel the weight of your legs. Allow your legs to rest. Notice your legs pulsating. Do you feel a heaviness or a lightness? Notice your back. How is your back feeling? Bring your attention to your stomach, to your trunk area. Does it feel tight or tense? Allow it to soften. Breathe in to this area of your body and allow it to soften. Notice your hands. How do they feel? Allow your hands to soften. Notice your arms. Do you feel any sensations in your arms? Let your shoulders relax and be soft. Let your neck and your throat relax and be soft. Soften your jaw. Let your eyes and your face muscles relax. Notice how your entire body is feeling. And breathe in and out. Be aware of your entire body and how it is feeling. Take in a nice inhale and exhale. Slowly begin to move your body. Just move your shoulders. Wiggle your toes. Move your spine. Adjust your body. And slowly open your eyes. And come back to the room. And thank you so much for joining us tonight and participating in a body scan. And remember, you can do that on your own. Turn on some nice music, and sit for just 5 minutes. If you can just do 5 minutes and scan your body while you're listening to some beautiful music. And that is self-love, self-care.
Yeah, I feel wonderful. Thank you so much, Robin. I feel relaxed. And it reminds me to come home to here.
Yes.
All about coming home to here.
Yes.
So wherever you are, you must always come home.
Always come home to your body and do a nice body scan. And if you are not feeling good, or if you have a particular ailment that you're working through, bring your loving kindness and your attention while you're doing the body scan to that part of your body, and just allow it to soften and send your body into that health issue. Send love to yourself into that health issue, and just sit with it. Sit with yourself and breathe.
You know what, Robin? How about this for next week's subject? If people give us a thumbs up if you like this subject. How about celebrating your spirit?
That would be great. I would love that.
Yeah, because there's so few of us that celebrate who we are. Why not celebrate our spirit?
Absolutely.
And be proud. Be proud and broadcast your spirit.
And check into your heart, your spirit. Talk to your spirit guides. That's a big thing for me.
Yeah, definitely. So if that's okay with everybody, that will be our topic: is celebrating your spirit.
That sounds wonderful.
All right, I like that. So thank you, Andrea Washington. Mr. Sanders, I really missed you. I was hoping you'd catch up with us. And there's look like Sepher Jones. Thank you so much for joining us. And you know what? Always feel free to jump in. You know, Robin and I like to talk, but we love to hear from you, because this is what feeds our soul. You know, to build a community of healers. That it's this way. It's about broadcasting our energy and to be the lighthouse that we are meant to be.
Yes, and ask us questions. We love to help you.
All right, sweethearts. Next week, we're going to talk about celebrating your spirit. I might even have a glass of wine here as we're celebrating.
It's my anniversary tonight. I'm going to go downstairs and
And plus, it's almost the 14th anniversary of the Healing Place. And then maybe
that's awesome, Helen.
And then that's something next week. We'll talk about how I can't say this, can I? How I almost had a nervous breakdown. Oh, I really want to say this, but it's so uncool as a healer. So it's I'm dropping bombs. And you know what kind of bombs I'm dropping.
Healers are human too. And we are allowed to get into bad moods if we feel like it.
And get afraid.
Yes, absolutely. We're human.
All right. Everyone, bring your glass of wine next week. We're going to celebrate Robin's anniversary and my work anniversary, and we're going to honor and celebrate your spirit. Okay?
Yes. Bye, everybody.
Talk to you soon. Be well.
How do I?